Tozan, part 2 of acceptance and accountability, responsibility. I go by the name Dr. Madla Kuhamba. Yes, in the first video, I spoke about how accountability and responsibility is a major role in acceptance. I spoke about the history of how I find myself in this particular position and how I have had to then therefore navigate. In this video, I'm going to strictly talk about 3 matters that I had to face, 3 or 4 matters that I had to learn and face within this journey to where I'm at now. The first part about it in accepting, taking accountability and responsibility, is that one must humble themselves in their expectations. What do I mean by that? Humbling yourself in the sense that you are grounded. You go back to square zero, a blank page, new book, clean slate. I had to move and relocate, finding myself in a new location where, coming from where I was coming from, thinking I'm a big shot or not, but big city life, coming into a small situation, and not small at all, but in my eyes at the time, small situation that I believe is outdated and behind, not knowing that there are different systems running in that position there or place. So I had to learn to humble myself in my expectations. I had to humble myself in my expectations. Learning new people, learning new systems, coming to certain realizations to say that, wow, I am in a different place, and having to accept and take responsibility. The second one was that I had to learn to adapt before alternate. What that means is that I go by the word of the master of disguise, the art of blending in. One way or another, I found myself sticking up like a sore thumb. There was no way you could not tell this guy's not from here. Where were you? Tell us. And we found ourselves, I found myself with my team and companion at the time, having to really adapt before we can say we want to change things. You understand? Before we could even say we want to do anything, because we had learned that, wow, here, if you stick out, you have to stand out. And standing out is a target. It's a target. From then, therefore, we had to learn about getting the facts right and getting them documented, because we saw that most things are not documented. But getting your facts right, knowing what is real, what is not. Is your calling real? Is your environment real? Are you real? Is that for you? Are you for it? Those were the things I had to go and navigate and find myself thinking. Chief. Blend. Write it down. Get the facts right. Understand? From there, once you got your facts right, the last and most important thing was staying ahead. We found ourselves having to work 2, 3, 4, 5 years ahead of things, having found out 80 years behind what had happened. But working in 4 years advance, we managed to be 140 years ahead of time. Yes, 140 years ahead of time. Not only did we cover the previous 80, we went ahead. Because we got the facts and we documented. We managed to accept our fate, our role. We took accountability and responsibility. And we did it. Because no one did. Nobody did the work we did for 80 years. And I also had the choice to not do it. That last spark. Through those actions, life has really taken a turn. Learned a lot, having to develop new skills, really change perception of what was, thinking you're from some certain place, big to small, not small at all, just behind, not small at all. I ask you to take time and think about the things that you are into, the things you have done, the things you want to do, and really take accountability and responsibility for those things and see what happens. Because being in denial is the enemy of accepting. Denial is the enemy of progress. Let us proceed to change lives and change our own lives at the same time. Thank you for taking this time to hear my thoughts. I will share more thoughts as I go. But I guess my intro was about just being able to accept and taking it and seeing what happens. I can talk about how much more things happened in between that can just give you 10 hours. But if you wanna know, tell me. I'll make another one for you. My next video is going to be about different types of callings and the types of roles we then therefore play as people in this life, in our societies, in our communities. Stay blessed, one love, God bless. Mastogos. Dr. Matla Khamba. Yeah, Ratau. Halal.